market for business services uses drones is valued at $127 billion. If you haven't written that down, I suggest you write that down. $127 billion. Okay? So who's going to fly these drones? Who's going to fly them? So one guy is going to travel all over the United States flying for everyone, right? He wishes. He wins.
Money in the pocket.
So who's going to fly these drones? For licenses. Do we have enough people licensed for this industry if it's 127 billion?
Not yet.
No, we do not. Sure. So what is infrastructure? What are we referring to when it's infrastructure?
Highways and roadways
And
like
keep going.
stuff that helps the city be the city.
Correct. Very good. And then agriculture. How do you think it's used in agriculture? How do you think it's used in agriculture? Farms doing what?
Moving food.
Moving food? What else?
Getting food.
Getting food? What else?
Can they use drones to like drop seeds or water over crops?
Absolutely. And how about when they control the crops with pesticides, which are, that's a whole other story, but that they do control the insects with pesticides. Okay, what else? Security, entertainment and media, insurance, telecommunication, and mining. So those are just some of the things that they're doing now with drones. Chris, why don't you share some of the other things you're seeing with drones?
So, a little bit in each one of those industries, right? So, telecommunications. AT&T, Verizon, Sprint, T-Mobile are using drones to inspect cell towers, okay? They're all also testing to have cellular nodes put on the bottom of drones or different type of unmanned systems like aerostats. So after a large disaster, hurricane, fire, flood, things of that nature, they can put up a system to recreate a cellular network to provide cell coverage, not only for first responders, but also for the community, right? In agriculture, you guys named pretty much everything that they're using it for except one. They're also doing crop analysis, right? So they can fly over with multispectral cameras and they can tell you, hey, is it underwatered? Is there pests? Are these crops growing the way they're supposed to be able to get their yield at the end of the season? Do we need to add fertilizer to this section of the crop or not? So UAV is an acronym that stands for Unmanned Aerial Vehicle. That is an unmanned aerial vehicle. That is an unmanned aerial vehicle. Okay?
That's a bigger.
The other nomenclature, the other acronym that you'll hear is UAS, Unmanned Aerial System, right? Or Unmanned Aircraft System. The system is the vehicle and the ground control station. The controller, the tablet, could be a laptop, whatever else. That's the entire system itself.
Okay, so part of what the curriculum has, you all, if you end up being able to get the curriculum, there's a simulator. So you practice flying it on a simulator before you fly it out, before you fly a drone. Okay. Now, and Chris is going to talk a little bit about license. What's the formal name for the license?
Part 107.
Part 107. So you have to have a Part 107 license to be able to fly a drone legally. Dylan has a Part 107 license, right? So he can fly it legally. Why? Why do you think that they have licenses for drones?
So you could kill someone.
Because they can be what?
Lethal.
Lethal, dangerous, lethal. So, do you get in a car without a license? If you are, you shouldn't be. It's illegal, right?
That's only if they catch you.
So cars have to have licenses. Jobs, like I have a teaching license, they have teaching licenses. In order to do something and know the laws and the rules, the guidelines for it, and to do it legally, you have to have a license. So just like drones.
So a 17-year-old kid still in school made $3 grand in a month, okay? And that was doing it here and there, okay? Imagine if he was doing it full time, So that was, to me, that was like, wow, that's awesome, And Sandy and I have been doing some other stuff with the Office Depot program and teaching schools and things of that nature, and I get feedback from these students that they're like, this is great, My dad used to joke with me when I was a kid, okay, because I was all about some Nintendo, and I granted y'all, that's way back in the day, all right? But I used to play Nintendo all the time. My dad used to tell me, you're never going to make anything playing Nintendo in those video games. And I look at him now and I'm like, what's up, dude? I own 3 companies doing this full time. And he's like, never mind, go away. So there's huge opportunities. I can tell you, just like Sandy said, every industry, AT&T, construction companies, landfills. Okay, that's another one.
Yeah, that's right.
Landfills are doing quarterly assessments with drones to see how much trash is in the landfill. They're paying $55,000 a quarter to do an assessment with a drone. 55 grand a quarter. It's a lot of cash for one landfill. And it takes you about 3 hours to fly it, depending on the size of the landfill, and probably 4 or 5 hours to process all the information for 55 grand.
And I'm a very optimistic person, so I want to say when you get this curriculum, not if you get this curriculum, when you're able to get this curriculum, by the end of the course, you will then be prepared to take the test to pass it and be certified as a drone that you can fly drones. Okay.
So this is the Mavic 2 Pro.
Okay guys, he's going to share with you what it is and what it does.
And I'll show you this real quick. So this is the controller. That's where you can get all your functionality, all your flight features. It has omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, right? So as you're flying around in tripod mode, it is sensing the roof, the walls, okay, so it doesn't hit anything. It has lights on the undercarriage to light up for at night if you're outside flying. It'll light up your landing zone, takeoff and landing zone. You can also turn those lights on if you're looking for a person related to public safety. It's really quiet. So it is in tripod mode right now. You can see how nice and slow it flies. Okay, that's full forward stick. It's barely moving. That's designed to be flown indoors. Okay. If I go into P mode, which is position hold mode, now you can see how fast it is. Okay, this is called a quad, right? 4 rotors. So this is your propellers, obviously, right? Your camera. This is a 20 megapixel Hasselblad camera. It'll shoot in up to 4K video, so it's a great camera. Okay. These 2 cameras here are for forward obstacle avoidance and collision avoidance. Right? I can fly this thing directly at the wall and it's going to stop. Okay. These sensors here on each side are side collision avoidance, so it won't fly into the wall sideways. You also have them on the back, so I can't back into it. This one up here senses overhead obstructions, the roof. If I fly under a bridge, things of that nature, right, it will sense that. Down here, it's got these sensors and these sensors, okay? These are obstacle avoidance here. These are vision positioning to help it hover nice and stable inside, right? And then these 2 right here are the lights. All in one system. So this thing has 2 GPSs, right? So it's got a backup and a primary, right? It's got an onboard fan. It has 24 gigs of onboard storage. I can also put 128 gigs of storage on an SD card. So I can fly a long time, right? This battery will last 31 minutes, roughly. They say 31 minutes, but that's in a 0 wind, perfect, beautiful day environment. Does that ever happen? Probably not. All right? You got to think, it's powering 4 motors, and if the wind blows a little bit, okay, those motors are going to speed up and slow down to keep it nice and stable. But you see how it's moving. What's that camera doing? It's a 3-axis gyro-stabilized camera. So if the aircraft is doing this, my picture will still be stable. They're glasses, but it projects an 80-inch screen that you can see.
On those?
Yeah.